Well, we entered our freshman year as a group of 6 club soccer players that were great friends and who decided to come to JP2 together and build our soccer program.
So our sophomore year, we had, I'm thinking maybe like 15 players on the roster. We had literally no subs, but maybe 2 subs our sophomore year. Which means we were playing, every single minute of every single game, and we had only been a program for 1 year, and Coach McLaren talked a lot about the David and Goliath story. We were the younger team, we didn't have a full roster, and we went into every game kind of as the underdog. And so going to the state championship, even though we didn't win it, and we only lost 1-0 to a Baylor who's a powerhouse in soccer, it was kind of one of those stories that you don't hear much about. And even though we didn't win it that year, it was kind of like we felt like we could overcome anything as a team.
They had the passion, the power, and they remind me very much about Visigoths. I always think of the Roman Empire, but this is the type of group that could smash anything in their way. They did it in a sense with a zeal, a sort of panache, a power, and at times in some ways it was a little scary to actually witness it.
We were kind of plagued with injuries our junior year. I tore my ACL, Britta, she broke her ankle, and we were just down some players, and we still made it to the semifinals, which was awesome for having, limited players. I don't know, did you?
Yeah, we were bummed because we thought that was our year after going to the finals our sophomore year, and we had a few more players who filled the roster and who were great additions, but we were brokenhearted when we, of course, didn't make it to the finals again our junior year.
Which is why we came back our senior year with kind of like an agenda. We are going to win this year.
Exactly.
And the beauty of the moment is that we were going to play Baylor again. And what I understood in a sense is that Baylor had gone almost 7 times to the finals. They were invincible. But the belief what I had in these girls was that in the way they sort of looked at this, the way they focused on what needed to happen for the future, they wanted it with such passion. In some ways, some of them didn't sleep even the night before. I remember even going on the bus to the game, there was a beautiful tension that just told me we were going to be all right.
This was definitely a rematch that we didn't get our junior year, that we wanted so badly. We came out so strong. We knew that we were going to win that game, every minute of that game. And so we were up 3-0 in the first half. And from then on, we just...
And then Grace scored 2 more goals up top. She's like the fastest female in the state at the time. She's so fast. And after that, we just dominated the entire game. It was really, we played one of the best games we've ever played, that state finals.
So at the end of the game, when they were leaping all over, I was in some surreal moment. I didn't quite know where I was. People were leaping and jumping on me. But someone put a Viking helmet on my head. And that was actually, it made me realize that, you know what? Maybe those things I've been telling, they really were listening. Maybe they were getting that odd historical moment.
You just hugged it out, and I was just crying, so excited. This is what we've been working for 4 years. It was amazing.
In the end, what I saw is a group of girls that went through life, in a sense, was difficult. It wasn't always easy. I'm not saying at times they were always the best friends, but in the end, what they understood was the power of unity. And they understood that the most important thing in the world is they stood up for each other.
I mean, when you have that type of bond, it definitely transitions over onto the soccer field, and you just have a trust for your teammates that you can't make that happen. That just naturally happens, and our team had so much trust for each other on the field, and that's why we were successful our senior year.